Welcome everybody. So we are here to do our trailer breakdown for Spider-Man No Way Home. Now of course the trailer just dropped, and as always I am Armin and I am joined by Mitch.
What's up? You can follow me on Twitter at Mitch692, and I apologize because I'm tired.
I think we're all a little various stages of tired, but we are also joined by the less tired in both of us, Tristan.
Yeah, you can catch me at HJ Chance, and it's about time. I'm not the only one that was tired.
What is this bizarre world? It's flipped.
To be fair, also I think we were all getting very tired of waiting for this trailer.
It's also been an emotionally wild 2 days.
Yeah, everyone like just speculating on when it's gonna come. Multiple days. Fucking Daredevil gonna be in it, all that weird stuff.
You know, we're gonna talk about all of that in this. So, you know, without further ado, let's just get into it. So, us here is of course the two of them here on the rooftop. We of course got MJ, we got Peter. Of course, I want people to take notice of this. The Daily Bugle is not the newspaper we're seeing in Venom, Morbius, or anything like that in this universe. There's still very much that podcast, like Alex Jones InfoWars thing. So here, he's, what is that, like the New York Post or something? Like one of those? It's one of those newspapers. Actually. It's one of those newspapers that exists in the real world. That's all I know.
Yeah, I was going to say, the title looks a bit long for New York Post.
Yeah, it's a little long. Like, I just tried zooming in on it, and there's really, like, you can't really see it. Probably not until you'd actually see it in the movie theater to actually know what
that's
it's
New
from.
York something. I'll zoom into it a little bit. It's hard to make out, but it's not one of those, you know.
Because even when I zoomed in right here, the only thing I can read out is the front page saying Spider Minions.
Yeah,
yeah,
and then pray for New York on the back.
And I mean, this is them also talking about that whole, you know, like his powers. Now remember, this whole pray for New York thing. It's heavily rumored that the Statue of Liberty is actually going to be somehow Captain America's shield as well. We don't know what the extent of that is, but that came from all the same people that reported everything. That's 100% true, we find out now. So just keep that in mind. You know,
I think like in this shot particularly, they're talking about, you know, about his secret identity, and she makes a reference to Star-Lord.
Does she?
Yeah, she calls him.
She calls him Spider-Lord.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, right after that, though, I want to focus on the second image here where, you know, J. Jonah Jameson has already started his smear campaign.
That was fast. Easy clicks, I guess.
So, sequentially, this is going to be right after where, quite clearly, they start swinging away. They're, you know, trying to escape the pandemonium, which we see later on in the trailer. Like, because we know that this film is picking up literally moments after the first one, or the second film technically. So there's, you know, that whole pickup, and then we're going to jump to some time ahead, which we can tell because there's the whole snow and everything. And even if we go to the third frame here I have, which is Peter in the police station, you know, we see how sequentially the film is going to play out, right? And they're questioning him. They're like, look, is it you? Is it not you? He's like, well, you know, it's...
It was the drones, just like, well, they're yours.
Are they yours? Yeah, technically, yeah, but Mysterio had them first. But you have them now.
Mm-hmm.
Surely that's the argument. It's like, well, I gave up control. I literally handed it over to him. Like, they're his drones.
Right.
Like, why am I in trouble? But, don't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and I do want to bring it up here. You brought it right in on the intro, so we might as well talk about it. So, is Daredevil showing up here to defend him or not? What do you guys think?
Well, not in this trailer, no.
Yeah.
No, especially after people were saying that was him.
I mean,
in that specific spot, I thought it was like Mr. Bean because the grade of the recording was really bad.
Do either of you guys believe that there's still a chance he's going to show up in the sequence?
No.
Like in the film?
Not really.
No. At least right here, there is no lawyer. A lawyer would not be wearing what these guys are wearing. They would not be walking around acting like how these guys act in this entire trailer.
He'd be like, I think, he'd be sitting in the chair right next to him.
And I do want to bring it up because quite clearly, between the ending reveal and the winter time, Peter is still trying to live his life while the jury is out. So during that time gap and everything, when he runs to Doctor Strange, he's like, bro, please help me out with this. Time passes by because we know that takes place in the winter. So there's still a chance that he meets with a lawyer who's willing to defend him. He's like, man, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I don't know, right? So there's still a chance. I do want to mention that. But for right now, we have nothing more than this, so we can't talk too much about it until we see it. And I assume they're going to save that for the film if he's in it and not reveal it in trailers. That's just my guess, you know? Like,
if it is going to be a trailer, it'll be one of the very last ones.
Exactly. Like the final trailer, right? Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, after this scene, let's just jump to the next one. So this is the big one. You know, he's getting brought to trial quite clearly right here. This is what's happening.
Yeah.
Very interesting. You know, they got the devil in disguise.
I say there's your daredevil.
Yeah, right?
That was how really they brought out the crazies already. Gave him a little mustache, too.
Now, I will say, when this trailer played, I literally was like, are they really going to do one more day?
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what it looks like. Is their own version of One More Day with Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and that's what I want to jump to next. We got the frame, Doctor Strange in the sanctum. He's wearing a jacket with his cloak over it.
It's cold in there.
Yeah, it's weird to be seeing that it still has this color coding of his actual suit, but it's just like a couple jackets.
Dude, gotta keep the drip consistent. Gotta keep it.
I want to ask right here, do you guys think they cast some sort of spell by accident, or was something going on and they're like, dude, we don't know what's happening with time or space?
I think this is just the Sanctum being the Sanctum.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the season's changing the Sanctum.
There's always weird stuff happening in the Sanctum in the comics. Like, keep that feel, because if from the outside, at least when he's like, at the door, it looks all sunny. But inside, it's just, it might not even be snow. It could be ash. I don't know. Maybe something happened.
So they're gonna save that definitely for, you know, the big reveal in the film, I assume, to what's going on here and what Doctor Strange's angle on this is. And I do want to mention, on the next frame I have here, we got the black suit here. So this is like our only really good glimpse of it, and we can see that he seems to be on the run. My guess is that this is the food shelter that Aunt May is working on, and something happens and he suits up and goes. So what do you think of the suit here? I know it's like this, like the best image you can get, but it's not really the clearest.
I say it doesn't have the red fingers.
No. Which again, that was on
that
was on the toys and the Hot Toys, so we don't know if that's maybe a part of the suit changing. But I will say this: seeing it like this and not just a Photoshop flat thing, I actually do like what it looks like here with the layers. Again, the jury's still out on what it looks like in full motion, but I think it's fine.
Yeah, right here it looks like what is it? The Spider Armor Mark II.
I need to see it properly. Like this one little quick shot's not great for it, as you said, but it definitely looks like it's the red and black suit, just missing the red.
Yeah. Like
that whole it's the underside of it. Like you can. It looks like it's missing something.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I assume this will be one of the bigger suits we get on the posters and everything when they drop those in the next couple of days, because it's a big part of their marketing push, so it'd be pointless to try to hide it when it's all the toys feature the black suit. So, we're gonna get a better look soon. With that in mind, the next frame, here is Wong here. Now, a part of me wants to be like, is he leaving here to go fight in the tournament?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but it depends when Shang-Chi takes place, because this is clearly around Christmas time.
Yup. Yeah, I suppose maybe he'll play a little loose with it, but I do like it. He's just like, look, I gotta leave you. Don't be immature, Strange. He's pretty much telling them, don't be overconfident and do something stupid. And, well.
Of course, Stephen Strange being Stephen Strange.
Well, let's get to that next, because he reveals to Peter in the next frame, he's like, hey, look, if I cast a spell, everything goes. Everybody forgets. But it could cause problems. He's like, well, he keeps talking. Strange is casting the spell. It goes wrong.
Yeah, it seems like the spell itself is was getting altered by what Peter was saying because he just didn't want everyone to forget. He still wanted Ned to know, his aunt to know, and to MJ to know still.
Yeah.
So it's that Peter Parker running his mouth again.
Yeah.
If he just shut up, he'd be fine.
Yeah, it could have worked out somewhat better, which brings me to the next frame here. What doesn't work out better is them literally Doctor Strange 1 style falling through, bending New York into the multiverse. This is where they mention it's like, oh no, this is going to be bad. Like,
we know very scarily very little about the multiverse.
Yeah, and I like that they're saving all that for this one ramp up, starting with pretty much this film, and then from then on out into Doctor Strange and everything. So this is kind of going to be, again, pulling the multiverse into this world, but the next one with Doctor Strange will obviously go deeper into it. And what I found really interesting is, like, I love that they're using the Doctor Strange visuals here, right? Like,
yeah.
It's good to keep it uniform, I guess, is a good way to go about that. Or
what I find interesting, this implies that it was Strange who screwed everything up.
Yeah.
Like, everyone going, oh, it's Wanda, oh, it's Loki. It's like, by the look of it, it's Steven himself.
Yeah.
Let's put the blame around everybody. It was Peter and Strange.
And also, I do want to put this out there. I'm not seeing many people talk about this, but I'm going to heavily suspect that this suit right here we're seeing is actually the black suit with the golden gauntlet, and they just haven't CG'd it into this scene to throw people off. I'm just going to speculate that.
It could be. I think it's too early for that.
It's still, to me, it still looks like the Far From Home suit.
Yeah, I mean, I would understand why they would maybe want it, but something about it just tells me that they're going to play with the CG again, and they just don't have all the sequences complete and are misdirecting. So
yeah,
I mean, maybe this leads to the red coming off.
True.
It could be that, because we should know that Peter's going to be using multiple different suits. Obviously, since he has Tony's supply of materials, he can do whatever he wants with the suits.
Now, I do want to talk about this next frame because we were all under the impression, according to leakers and insiders, it's like, oh, Peter causes the accident, brings other things in, and Doctor Strange is gone. Doctor Strange seems to be in this entire film.
Yeah, he's right here.
Now,
yeah, he ain't gone nowhere.
I don't know what to make of this sequence. Where are they? What is going on? Any ideas?
They're on a subway train. Did you see?
I'll say I'm gonna take a stab in the dark here, and say this, like, they're clearly not the Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna take a stab in the dark that train is obviously not meant to be there.
Yeah.
So some multiverse portals opened up, and I bet this is how one of the villains come in.
Yeah, so basically, what you're saying is that they're just jumping through portals at this point, trying to...
Pretty much, yeah. Then the whole No Way Home things are literally lost.
This is going to be Sony utilizing that Rift Apart technology to be able to pull in sequences in a matter of seconds off the PS5 hard drive. That's what we're seeing here, boys. It was all
Ratchet & Clank was literally a tech demo for Spider-Man.
for this movie.
I'll allow it.
I mean, I do like this. I'm assuming, like, we're going to see this thing just go off the rails and kind of, go...
Literally,
yeah. And they're going to be opening portals, which brings me to the next scene I want to talk about here. So... we're doing the whole astral projection thing again.
Yep. Very unfinished CGI, by the way.
Oh God, this is
like literally Tom Holland PNG 45.
Yeah, it's so bad. This looks like something you would find on a thumbnail from somebody that just started making thumbnails. Yeah. It's like, yeah.
And who knows? Maybe the CG won't get better because of what happened literally the day before this came out.
True. That is true.
We don't know.
I do want to point this out. What is that box?
That box is definitely something Vishanti because it has the logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where the gauntlet. And that's why I think he has it when he's falling through the multiverse because of this. This is clearly... Oh, actually, I say that, but this is like a full time, isn't it? Because it's all the leaves.
Yeah,
like
because
leaves in the trees.
Yeah, because in the trailer it goes from fall to winter.
Yeah. So it's obviously it's got to start like roughly in the summer. Isn't that when Far From Home was?
Yeah.
Roughly in the summer.
Yeah.
It's just got to be over a course of like 6 months. So we're probably gonna get like a montage of him trying to get to talk to Steve.
I think this is like the first time he shows up in Strange. Like, I ain't got time for you, kid.
I'd say not the first. It'd be funny if it was the first. He's just stolen this one thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be a couple.
Yeah.
This is definitely that's definitely gonna be the gauntlet, I reckon.
Oh, that's fair enough. That's a good assumption, honestly. Yeah, I could go with that. I'm good with settling on Gauntlet in there. Now, let's talk about the next frame. So,
I wonder.
Something tells me this is one of those bombs that Deadpool uses. I'm pretty sure. Follow me on TikTok for more information.
I was going to ask how Sabretooth survived Origins, or whatever movie he died in.
So, yeah, Willem Dafoe is back as the Goblin. We know this also because of Onik, so let's not pretend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we know everything about this movie because of League.
That's true, yeah. I mean, I'm super hyped to see him back in that role because he was so good. Like, and these pumpkin bombs, again, looks awesome. I'm super hyped for it.
They're literally the same from the Raimi ones.
Yep, and honestly, those were perfect. So,
is he gonna come back in the Power Ranger suit?
Well, this is the interesting thing because the three villains that we know are in this movie all had leaked images along with the trailer.
Yeah, and they're all a little bit different too.
Yeah, Defoe had a purple scarf on, but you can see the green underneath it. So are they gonna mix and match it where he has got the suit, but he has like a purple hood with the nightcap?
Not sure, I'm not sure because we do know that Jamie Foxx isn't going to be blue. So
yeah,
nope, he's in fact very, very much Yellow Lightning in this.
Yeah, it looks like they're not exactly going to pull the same versions, but slightly variant versions of the ones we got. So it's like, yes, it's Electro, but it's not TASM Electro, but maybe it's the mindset of that one kind of merged in with another version. Something of that sort seems like what they're going to do, which, again, I'm okay with that. And I do on that.
So yeah, I've said that before when we've been talking about this movie. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's not the actual ones from the movies we've seen. It's variants of them.
Mm-hmm. And again,
where stuff happens differently.
And they literally explain you can have slight variants or radical different variants. So it works. Now, I do want to talk about the next frame. This is the big one. I mean, look, Molina spoiled this right off the bat, so we knew exactly what was happening with this film. I will say, they did a pretty good job, even though it's still early, of de-aging him and making him look like it's straight up from the ending of Spider-Man 2. Like, it's good. He looks good.
I thought he looked really different.
But
in fairness, I haven't seen Spider-Man 2 in God knows how long. Probably not long enough. But
I mean, the jacket is different.
It's got some of that familiar yet some different. It's like it's that type of combo. I do want to say, this is where he says Peter's name. I'm taking a stab at it, and I think everybody can kind of expect it. He can't recognize this Peter. It's got to be when all three of them are standing there. This is going to be a scene with the Sinister Six, and he says it to Toby. Right, like that's the scene right there. That's the scene you wanted in. So
okay, I looked at it, and he's not wearing as much leather as he did before.
I'd say because the coat's completely different, isn't it?
Well, he ditched the 2000s because the Matrix ain't in anymore, so it makes sense.
Yeah, but he kept the glasses though.
Yeah,
you gotta keep the glasses.
Got that.
I don't know. I remember him having not as much hair.
Yeah, it was a little more. How do I put it?
He looks more Alfred Molina.
Yeah.
That's just Alfred Molina.
Like he couldn't be bothered to really get in the print. We'll just CG, however, which is what he said exactly how he signed on because they explained to him how they would do it. So, I mean, again, I do appreciate. I love this scene. It's the stinger scene in the trailer that gets you hyped for the next one. Like when the casuals see this, they're gonna go, "Wait a second. Is that the thing from the other thing?" And the casuals are gonna try to connect their own dots. It's like that's why this scene is here, and I think it's perfect before the next trailer where you drop the Spider-Man in it. So
I'm honestly surprised they even showed this.
Same.
Really surprised. I know, like, this is a 3-minute and 4-second teaser. This is a trailer, so like, get over yourselves.
Yeah.
I know that line has been blurred recently, but come on.
It says teaser, so it must be teaser.
Yep. And then I do want to point out, like, just the next scene, the way they mixed it. They want us to think that this is where Doc Ock shows up and faces this Peter in this suit.
You know, this is the Goblin.
Yeah. I'm also gonna speculate that this is early on in the film, because it doesn't look like he has this suit, because this is still the old Iron suit. Like, look at it. It doesn't have the new.
It is, yeah.
So my guess is this is probably like a first encounter. He defeats him. He's like, who the hell was that? And then we sort of start seeing them drop through maybe different times and slowly encouraging on it, because it wouldn't make sense if this is at the end of the film, because why? Unless this is a stand-in fake suit before they revealed a real one here, like they did previously with the other movie, where they're like, wait, why does he still have that suit? They're like, oh, we didn't finish the CG to add the iron suit on top of it. So I'm calling suspect on this scene being Doc Ock, but it could be very, we don't know. So
yeah, I mean, at this point, anything's possible.
Yeah, for all we know, there's literally the other two Spider-Men next to him. They just CG'd them out. Although this is Sony, so technically this actually might be the ending of the movie. Like, so, no. So, yeah. Give our overall impressions of the trailer. I thought it was great. Like, that's just, it did it for me. It's what I wanted, what I was hoping for. It delivers it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good trailer, and we get to see more of the multiverse aspects to this phase of Marvel that I'm like really interested in. So I'm really invested in this phase of those movies, especially what's coming. So I just got what I got what I wanted, but it would have been better if the leaks didn't happen.
Yeah. That took some of the steam off of it, because like you can see everybody's going into being like, oh, it's the same, and that is unfortunate, but again,
I was surprised it was the same, in all fairness, because I'm used to CinemaCon showing one thing to journalists and then the public getting another. And not at the same time either. And like you eventually over time you get little scenes cut into, cause I think Guardians did that. Like the first Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, they actually released some of the CinemaCon stuff, but it was like the second trailer. You never actually see that cut of it. So that leak yesterday, I was like, nah, that's not finished. We ain't seen that. And obviously, clearly it was an old version of that trailer, but
Kevin got mad, said everyone gets the same thing now.
People are getting sued.
Which it makes me think, when was that old trailer, like?
Oh, months ago.
Yeah.
With how unfinished that CG was months ago. It's probably like February.
Yeah, that was basically like alpha built buildings at that point.
Yeah, like that was old. So they've been working on this for a while, which again, kudos to them for getting all that in there. But it just tells you how long they work on it and, how long this process takes. And I do appreciate that when you look at all the footage in this, it's a lot more polished than typical Sony trailers. We can clearly tell, oh, something is off here.
Yeah, this entire thing, it looks different. There's something about it. I think it's like the color grading or something. It looks different.
Yeah.
I think it just looked a bit more like sunny than what I'm used to. I don't even know if that's right, but it's something just looked different to all the other ones.
It looks like a different type of Sony. I can't describe it as well, but it has something different about it.
Yeah, it's all the ray tracing.
Yeah. Again, ripped apart tech. Come on.
Yeah, it's true. No, I enjoyed the trailer. It was good. Way longer than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah, I was honestly expecting like a minute 30, and that's it. Like.
Yeah, because what are you gonna do for a trailer? Like trailers, like the Eternals teaser, right? 2 minutes 4 seconds.
Yeah.
The first final trailer is 2 minute 56, something like that.
Right.
It's virtually 3 minutes. So teaser trailers and trailers have a time difference. They're going to show the whole movie in the first trailer.
Yeah.
Like if they stick to the time, like a 3.5 minute trailer, like what the hell? Just show the first 5 minutes. Like, just jump straight to that.
I mean, remember how Endgame handled it and got people crazy because they just showed us literally like the first 20 minutes of the film and they didn't reveal any of the other stuff up until literally the final trailer like a week before. So it's a little bit of a different tactic here. But again, I think this was exactly what a first trailer needed to be, in my opinion. Like this.
I think if it was a normal Marvel, there's way more stuff in here than Marvel would have wanted in there.
This had
this
Sony
is
written
a Sony
over it.
trailer.
Yeah.
So I don't think. I think if it was just pure Marvel, you wouldn't have seen half of this. But at the same time, I think the amount of leaks and for how long we've known that certain people are in this movie, I don't think you could hide from it for that long. I think if you'd avoided it, it might have been a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, I can agree with that. So overall, I think we're all agreed. We loved it. I'm pretty sure there's going to be more in-depth, frame by frame. We're going to be looking at stuff over the next couple of days, and posters and things are inevitably coming out. So
I'll say we didn't even have a single frame of Electro.
Yeah,
we know he's in the trailer because there's Yellow Lightning and stuff.
Exactly. It was like, oh, that's it. So.
And the weird thing coming out of Strange's closet.
I'd say give it a month and a half. You'll get some more stuff showing off pieces of the movie.
I mean, we're getting the next trailer before Venom drops. Like that's got to be the second trailer, because they'll be literally within 6-7 weeks of release.
Anything is gonna be a trailer to go watch Venom.
Oh.
I just want to know when Hawkeye's getting his damn trailer. Like, come on, Marvel.
Soon, man. Now we got Spider-Man. That's next up. So, for those of you that are excited for more, we will definitely talk more about this in the upcoming podcast. So, check that out on Saturday when it drops. Unless you're a channel member, you guys can get that early. And we'll see you guys next time.